and he said, you know, I don't think the grass needs cut this often. I'm from Michigan, and grass grows way slower here. I don't think it needs cut that often. Well, that's your opinion. I've been in business for almost, well, this is 6 seasons. It might as well be 10 years. So at that point, I do believe my experience trumps your opinion. All right. Got a big fat list today. So we're gonna knock out right around 20 today. That's not because I booked up 20. That's because I actually like to keep it around 10 to 15. It's a comfortable day for me. Like 10 is nothing. But I would like to get the schedule where it's consistently 20 a day. So the first 4 lawns, 4 or 5 are kind of oddball, and there's about I don't know, they're in different neighborhoods. There's some of my older clients that we're phasing out slowly, or we're gonna build up around them. But the last half is exciting because it's where I've been advertising in this neighborhood real heavy, and it's all real nice tight route. So I'm very interested to see how 20 goes solo with a very tight route, because I've never really had that. I've had decently tight routes, but not like this. This is all one neighborhood, boom, 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 back to back, man. So I am very interested to see how that goes. Let's check it out. I can't guarantee I'll remember to take a shot of each lawn today. I'm pretty busy, but I will try to do so. But man, look at all these blooms, dude. That looks so cool. We got this shot. Yeah. I can't guarantee that I'll take a shot of every lawn. I almost forgot this one, but I've got a lot of lawns to take care of today. So I think it's 20 or 21. So I don't have a whole lot of time for it. I'm on the go, rush. Today I'm listening to Max Lucado, Facing Your Giants. I am almost finished with this book because I started it yesterday, and then I will be starting Gary Chapman's 4 Seasons of Marriage. Well, I don't even know if you saw it. Gary Chapman's 4 Seasons of Marriage, and probably some Audible in there, or probably some Pandora in there as well. But you know, I gotta get to work, man. All these blooms made quite the mess. But it's pretty cool because they're already browning up. These fell today. They fell probably tonight, which is really pretty cool. I've probably mowed a little before, but never a whole yard. It's kind of fun. They'll be brown by noon, and sift down into the lawn or blow away. It'll clean up next week. I'm not too worried about that stuff. You show up every week, and that stuff gets cleaned up real fast. I think that one took about 20 minutes, and it is 7:33 now, so I'm on to the next one. Alright, lawn number 2. I'm gonna go ahead and get to it. Bet there's some terrible lighting. Lawn number 2. I left the last house at 7:33 and it is now 7:47. It's almost enough time to cut a lawn. That's why you gotta have your route tight. So I was running the route and now traffic's perfect and everything's good. I was running the route and like start to finish, not me driving to town because I drive. Gross, I don't know what that is. Anyways, not me driving to town, just my route itself is about 52 minutes of drive time today. If I were to cut out the first, I think 4 or 5 lawns, the drive time in between, it actually drops my drive time down to about, I think it was 22 or 23 minutes. And I'm not too worried about drive time, although if you're wanting to bang out a lot of lawns, which I'm not really worried about nowadays, but I do want to position for that in the future, okay? I'm not worried about that right now. Solo, I'm like, hey, I'm not going to beat myself to death. It's a rare day when I'm doing this, but I do want to position it so in the future we can knock out 20 in an 8-hour day, 10-hour day, something like that, 8 to 10 hour day. We can knock out 20. I do want to position the business so we can knock out, you know, 20 in an 8 to 10 hour day with 2 people, and really get in and make some good money doing this business. But if I just keep it all sporadic like I have the last several years, last year I started tightening up, but before that it was very sporadic. There's no money to be made. You can make money, but it's you're losing a lot too, man. You're paying your guy to just sit in the truck, and you know it's no good. You're not getting paid while you're driving. You get what I'm saying? Pum, 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 pum. All done. Man, that glare is bad. On to the next one. This one's a bigger one, and it'll take a little longer. I love azaleas, man. They look so beautiful this time of year. So I'm gonna get to it. What was it? 8:16. Let's see how long it takes me. This one's done. I gotta get to the next one. It took me a little longer than anticipated because my keys fell off my ring when I was weed eating the lawn. Kind of a bummer. I had to re-walk my steps, but that is what it is. Things happen. So moving on with the day, getting to the next one. 9:20 a.m. Next property. Next property. I do not cut this holly. It looks like garbage, but that's okay. That's okay. That's not my thing. I mow the lawn now. So let's get it taken care of. I think it's about time to take the hoodie off. I always thought this was cool when I saw this. Alright, so it is 9:44. It took 24 minutes. And it's all done. Check these out, dude. Aren't they beautiful, man? I love azaleas. It's a beautiful pink. But those bushes are neglected. Not necessarily neglected. They're allowed to be all natural. which looks crazy when they're not bloomed, but when they're bloomed out, man, they just look gorgeous. So I don't blame them for keeping them that way. They look really good. I understand it. And I don't mind. I don't mind. I'm gonna be so busy with mowing, I don't have time for other stuff. So on the last property, in between losing my keys, I got a phone call from a client. It's the back half of a duplex, and I lost it. So that's fine. I still have 4 more if you count the duplexes, so technically 2 full-size properties. I think there was some disconnect on price, and that's okay. You know, I don't want my service to be affordable for everyone. Now, I will say, for his particular scenario, because it is a duplex, it was incredibly affordable. But he said he thought that we were going to be every 2 weeks, but I'm very clear when I talk to people on the phone now that we are a weekly company. We come every week and we manicure it, make it look good, so they never have to worry about it looking bad. And in our estimates that we send out to every mowing client now, that goes over everything that we have, basically terms of use, service agreement, things of that nature, it states in there very clearly, we are weekly and this is for weekly service. So that is what it is. I'm not heartbroken. We gained 3 more. So we put out several bids yesterday. I got approval for 3 of them so far. And so that's an additional $50 a service. What is that? $200, $600 a month? That duplex, for a lot, I try to get a minimum of $50 because they're larger lots that I service, larger in-town lots, okay? Anyways, sorry it's loud with the audio in the truck, but I am very busy today. I'll do this so you can hear me a little better. His service was fairly inexpensive because it was only $25. He's only paying for half the lot. So I can't go any different. There is a decent amount of edging on his portion of the property, and a decent amount of weed eating. So I can't budge from that. I would like to, but I can't. It just doesn't make sense. And the thing is, if I were to budge, I'm locking into that price for quite a while. It could be a couple of years. Just because he's right next to a property doesn't mean I can mow it for free. So don't get in the mindset of scarcity with this. You're gonna have more lawns, but you need to have a very cut and dry kind of, hey, this is how we do it. Well, it is what it is, whatever. I don't really care if you don't like it kind of thing. As far as how you mentally handle it. Now, when you're speaking to the client, don't speak to them that way. Be incredibly professional on every interaction you have with the client, or as professional as you possibly can be, and just explain to them why you do it. You know, this is how we do it. And he said, you know, I don't think the grass needs cut this often. I'm from Michigan, and grass grows way slower here. I don't think it needs cut that often. Well, that's your opinion. I've been in business for almost, well, this is 6 seasons. It might as well be 10 years. So at that point, I do believe my experience trumps your opinion. So you have to be cut and dry and say, no, I'm sorry, this is the way I do it. Because the thing is, if I cut you every 2 weeks, what happens is, okay, I thought I took a wrong turn. What happens is, you show up every 2 weeks, and then it rains out, then it's 3 weeks. Then all of a sudden you get another rain. Then you're at 4 weeks, and you don't get to charge them more because you agreed on a certain price. And those people that want it every 2 weeks, they will throw a fit, an absolute fit. If you say, well, it's gonna be a little more because of excessive growth. No, you didn't show up on time, man. You didn't show up on time. Okay, well, you know, that's why I do it this certain way now. Go weekly, man. Go weekly. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't care where you're at in the country. might be in an arid part of the country, and around here, it's weekly. Everything needs to go weekly. So I have no problem saying so. Back to work. Alright, so I got a little lost coming to this one because I wasn't able to take my normal way into the neighborhood. There's construction going on. It's the only one I have in this neighborhood, and it's a family friend. But you know, that's the way it is. So like I said, I don't know if I'm going to build up in this area. It's very close to the area that I have compacted, so I might just tack this on as part of that route and hammer out some heavy door hangers in this area. I'm not sure. At this point, it's starting to get warm, so I'm gonna get rid of the hoodie, and I'm gonna stop making the videos for a bit, and I'll get back with you. I'll let you know how it goes. But dude, I just got 3 more approvals since I had the list, and I was at like 20 something when I got the list. So I'm gonna be on the run. I'm gonna be listening to, I'm gonna put some music in, boost up that good old alpha rhythm, man. Get you pumped up. We'll see how it goes. It should go good. I'm hoping I get them all. If not, I might have to skip some until next week. I hope that doesn't happen.